All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the It's My Birthday Challenge from PicoCTF as part of its PicoCTF 2021 event. The description of the challenge says, I send out two invitations to all my friends for my birthday. I'll know if they get stolen because the two invites look similar and they even have the same MD5 hash, but they're slightly different. You wouldn't believe how long it took for me to find a collision. Anyway, see if you're invited by submitting two PDFs to my website. And we got this one over here. All right. So what's going on with this challenge? Let's take a look. So this is PicoCTF 2021. It's my birthday. So the web application is written in PHP and requires us to submit two PDF files with different contents, but the same MD5 hash value. So if you create a file, you can figure out what the MD5 hash value is of a file in Linux pretty easily. You do MD5 sum and then the name of the file, and this will tell you what the contents of the file become when you hash them using the MD5 method. So this is a method of this MD5 it's still used as a method of figuring out what the whether or not the contents of a file have been modified or not. So if you modify the contents of a file by even 1 byte, then the MD5 sum is going to be completely different when you run it. So let's just example echo HackerFrog to hacker. Let's see, example1.txt, and we'll echo out HackerFrogs to example2.txt. So even though these two files have almost the exact same contents, only there's an S at the end of this one, the MD5 hash is going to be completely different for these. So if we do MD5 sum example1.txt, then we get this. But if we run it on example2, then the hash value is completely different. But what they want from us in this exercise is they want two files that are different but have the exact same MD5 hash. It seems like an impossible task, but let's talk about what's actually going on. Okay, so what we're talking about in this case is we're talking about MD5 magic hashes. So there's a vulnerability specific to PHP, our favorite programming language. We're using the loose comparison operator, double equal sign, such that data of different types can be compared to each other. For example, integers can be compared to strings, which can be compared to other stuff. So the thing is that when we use the loose comparison operator in PHP, we can what is the word? This can also result in magic hashes inside of the PHP program where the hashes start with 0e, which is, I think it's mathematical exponentation. What is the word? So if there's a hash that starts with 0e and the rest of the value is only numbers, all of these are considered to be the same thing when PHP is comparing them. So I think I've got an example over here, PHP online, onlinephp.io. So this is just a website where we can plug in some PHP and we can start experimenting with this code. So if you've got your loose comparison operator over here, so the double equal signs, and you've got two hashes. So the two hashes they're completely different, but they begin with the 0e, and the rest of the hashes are numbers over here. So these are considered quote unquote magic hashes. And if you run this code, and these are considered equal, then we'll echo out these two hashes are the same in the system. But if they're not considered equal by PHP in this case, then it'll print out these hashes are not the same. So run this, and these two hashes are the same. So the reason why this is because of a peculiarity of the PHP language and the loose comparison operator over here. If you make this a strict comparison operator by adding a triple, like a triple equal sign instead, then it's not going to be considered the same by the PHP system. So how can we take advantage of this? So in this particular exercise, yeah, so we're just illustrating here that it's because the loose comparison operator is being used. And if you want to take a look at a list of different magic hashes, so there's a list of them over at this GitHub repository in different hashing values over here. So we got here magic hashes, PHP hash collisions. They're not actually hash collisions. It's because of the loose comparison operator. And what are we doing in the challenge then? So in this challenge, there's a web app that we're taking advantage of here. So it's my birthday. See if you're invited to my party. So browse, no file selected. We have to upload 2 files, and then we need to. They need to have the same. They need to have different contents, but have the same MD5 hash. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we've got 2 of these values over here that hash out to different values, but begin with this this magic value over here, 0e, and then the rest of the thing is numbers. So we're just going to give this command here and this command here to create these PDF files. So the application in this case doesn't care whether or not these are legitimate PDF files. It just wants the PDF file extension. So we're just going to go over to our web shell, and I'm just going to get rid of these other files first. Then we're going to give this command here to create the first PDF file. And then we're going to get we're going to create the second PDF file. What is the value? It is this over here. Okay, let me copy that. Okay, so over here we've got our two files, and we're gonna get the MD5 sum for both of these. And they're different values. They're different values, but they both have that magic hash pattern. So it starts with 0e, and then the rest of it is numbers. So we're going to download these, and we can download them from the PicoCTF web shell by using the sc command. So it's sc and then the name of the file. That'll download the file to our local system. And where is it? Web shell. We'll do the same thing for test 2. Okay, so from here, we're going to go back to the web application, and we're going to browse, and we're going to select test 1 and test 2. So this ends up in our downloads directory. Test 1, test1.pdf, and test2.pdf. Okay, and then we're going to click on upload. So if the application is actually checking properly and using the triple equal sign operator, then it's not going to work. But we see here that Why does it suddenly give us the source code? It gives us the source code. Okay, that also gives us the flag. All right, so the flag is here. They give us the entire source code for the application, and it shows us that it's using the loose comparison operator. So the double equal sign, echo MD5 hashes do not match, files are not different, not a PDF, file too large, but in this case, it brings up the source code here, and then it gives us the flag. So let's go ahead and copy this. Okay, let's go ahead and submit this flag. So it's my birthday, paste it in, and we're done. Everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for the It's My Birthday Challenge from the PicoCTF platform as part of their PicoCTF 2021 event. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out!
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.